package today, which is a very nice surprise. It's from Happy Treehouse. You can find him on YouTube, Happy Treehouse, or also known as John Oswald. Fantastic guy. And this showed up at my door today. I went to the mailbox and there was no mail, so I'm like, oh, I guess we got nothing. And when I got to the front door, there was a package there. So they leave it at the front door since it won't fit in the mailbox. That makes sense as opposed to getting it crushed into the mailbox like some people have had that bad experience, which is very sad. So first want to say we're very close to New Year. Hope you guys have all had a wonderful holiday and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, whatever else you're celebrating. But New Year's on its way tomorrow. Can't believe we're ending up 2024 and going right into 2025. So let's take a quick look. We got a nice card. This is Lou and Amanda, and that's my daughter. And wonderful, beautiful, beautiful card. Happy memories to 2024 and 2025. Very nice. I actually cheated. I looked at the card earlier. Put that upstairs. All right, we're going to see what's in here. There's like some very nice things I can already see. Something that already caught my eye, and it's got the Man of Steel on it, which happens to be a favorite of mine. He would be my favorite DC hero. More of a Marvel fan in the end, but Superman was my number one and is my number one DC forever. Look at that. Superman Color Forms Adventure Set. Love it, love it, love it. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, no. Dr. Durant's here. So we have to do like the Jerry Lewis telethon. I have to put people on phones to handle all his calls. So this is actually really cool, featuring the magic telephone booth. See Clark Kent change into Superman. I had color forms as a kid. Oh, wow, look at this. Jeez. This actually has pretty much almost all the color forms. And this is the fun part with these is when it comes with the adventure set, little comic book, if you will. Is it a comic book? It's not really a comic book. It's kind of I guess, the instruction book. What I love about this is back in the 70s and maybe even the 60s where they put these things to the parent, color forms toys help your child develop and improve these 6 important skills. Neil Adams art. Yeah, there you go. Yes, thank you for saying that because I'm not a super, oh boy, that was the wrong word to use. I'm not very good at determining artists and knowing all that stuff. But Dr. Durant, who does run his own YouTube channel, Dr. Durant Sanctum, knows a shitload about comics and has been very helpful in guiding me through the process. But I love how they tell you why you should buy these color forms. Well, they teach finger dexterity, sense of spatial relationships, size matching, building ability, color sense of neatness and order. I mean, you don't see toys like that. Unless it's a specific educational toy, you're not going to see that. But that's actually very, very like Man of Steel. Shows you how to use the magic telephone booth. That is wicked cool. So this is a little special feature on this color form set. And it's really just pieces of vinyl that stick, and they tell you, oh, whenever you want to use it again, just wipe it down. So love this. And I always love they do this, like the characters being sections. So this is kind of the Lois Lane, I guess, Clark Kent area, Superman. We got over, oh, here we go. This has to be Lex Luthor, I'm imagining. And I'm not sure who this is over here, but whoever it is, it's pretty badass. So this is actually clever. So these are very, very clever. These kind of just, the color forms, they have little tabs. So these can actually be, they can be dropped into these slots right here. And then, then your board. I'm going to take the board out just for, oh, look at this. Well, how do you like that? This camera, I need to probably change it to a different angle next time. But there you go. The thing about color forms is they're typically missing pieces. Actually, there's a piece right there. And here's another piece over here. In the box, I always like to check them. So looks like we had a leg. It looks like Lois Lane's legs, if you will. And we just found this piece over here. Very cool. But this one is a special edition piece, I believe. So the idea, if I read that correctly, was that, where does this go? Does this go in here? Something. Let me see. I actually should read, it's probably better when you read the directions. and they tell you how it works. So let's take a look at that again. So move secret tab at bottom scene to one side and place Superman inside the booth. Okay. Close the door and move tab to the other side. Now when the door is open, booth will appear to be empty. Place Clark Kent inside, close the door, and again to move secret tab. So basically it's a magic act. You've got a magic act, and this will, there you go. So the idea here is that you put the tab on, we open the booth, we put Superman, we move it down, we open it again, we put Clark Kent, and then that sliding mechanism will slide the color forms back and forth. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not the most complicated thing that's ever invented, but what a great idea for a toy, you know. And I do love how they made these toys into, you know, they're educational pieces for children. I have the Aurora Karate Men over there. Don't mind the Nosferatu boxes. And even in there, the instruction booklet has the parent section where it tells, where it tells parents why this toy is very, very good for children and why it's educational and why you should continue to buy it. That's a nice set. Even the boxes in it's very, very nice condition. That's a nice set. I like that. This is going to go, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. This is going to go right up into the Hall of Heroes. The Hall of Heroes. It's more like the closet of comics or comic characters, I guess. Now there's something else in here. I'm going to move this box. Forgive me. I feel like there's something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I hear a roar and a growl? Uh-oh. Tell me we have something of a... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That is a... That's got to be like a King Kong knockoff. One thing about Happy Treehouse is the guy sure as hell knows how to find really good knockoff stuff. Really good. Let me see if it's... Okay, so it is... God, I have to... Is the light on this thing? I think it is. If it's not, we're going to put it on. No, let's get some light. There we go. Does that say made in Hong Kong? Made in... So it says... Yep, made in Hong Kong. So that's a made in Hong Kong sticker. So we know it goes back in time. There's the old poop chute, Dr. Durant. Yeah, that's a nice King Kong. Yeah, I don't know who made that. It's rubbery. Rich, do you know who did that? Would you know? I don't know if you'd know. I don't think it's Imperial, because Imperial's like, well, maybe it could be. But Imperial's very, what do you call it? They're usually like very heavy and solid. Not that this isn't light. It's pretty heavy. But how do you like that? Gotta love the monsters. Gotta love King Kong. I don't know if you saw this, Rich, last night where somebody posted that they took the Aurora King Kong model and they changed it into the Abominable Snowman from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. They put reindeer in his arm, or they put, Rudolph in his arms. That was a pretty cool model kit. But yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. How about that? So how about these lovely items? We're going to say a big thank you. A big thank you. This is huge, Happy Treehouse. This is huge. This is fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. So the one thing I will say about this stuff is I'm not an expert in color forms. I'm not even an expert in King Kong. I just know the things that I know from my own experience and so on and reading other people's stuff. But God, it's fun to just grab these things. You know, that whole sense of reminiscing just from, you know, having something that is old. And I was just saying something to somebody tonight, how, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I'd love to have that Superman color form set. Mom, can you buy it? Now, you don't need that. You got 100 color forms, 100 things at home you can play with. And then maybe your grandmother gets it for you, or maybe you get it for Christmas, maybe you don't, maybe you get it for your birthday, maybe you don't. The big thing when I was a kid was Legos. Birthdays, kids always bought Legos. That was like Legos, Legos, Legos. It was nothing but Legos. An action figure here, they're mostly Legos. And Christmas was usually when we got the action figures, you know, the Big Jim stuff, the G.I. Joes, all that kind of fun stuff over there. But when you get older now, you can afford to buy these things, and you make the decision: am I going to buy a Superman color form set, or am I going to put food on the table tomorrow? That kind of stuff. We start making these decisions, and it's easy to get lost in it, because I think that that reminiscence that you have when you find something that really sparks your interest or tweaks that memory in your mind, so that you remember what you had when you were a kid and how life was back then, how things have changed. And it's definitely different. This is not what kids are playing with these days. It really isn't. I'm sure there's some kids out there that would enjoy it, but it's quite interesting. Even with all this shit in the basement, toys and toys and toys. And I've had friends who brought their kids over, and I'm like, don't want to let them go down in the basement. Yeah, let them go down in the basement, And you bring them down the basement, and it's interesting because to see a younger kid who's like maybe 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, to come down and, they start looking through the basement, and it's like nothing they've ever seen, because their parents are smart enough to keep this shit out of the house and never do it for them. But it's always, oh, that's cool, that's neat. But I've never had any of these kids say, oh, can I pick it up? Or can I play with that? Or they just go right back to their phone, right? And they go right back to their phone. And I think that's where, that's the big difference with kids today, is the video games and so on. But this is fantastic. I have great space for this. I actually have some shelves we're going to be putting up here. I still got to get rid of these chairs over to my right. I need to get another glass display case or something, or find something, because I'd like to do is get a little space over on the side over there, get rid of all these chairs, and then make a little room. But yeah, we're cleaning up after Christmas, as they say. We got some shit to get rid of down here, some things to get done, and to move along, getting this place cleaned up. So yeah, that's a very nice set. Happy Treehouse, John Oswald, thank you very, very much. Like I said, I love these. I had color forms as a kid. I don't know why. I guess back then we had imagination, why they don't today, but like I could play with those for hours. They were fun. They were a lot of fun. I mean, it was to the point where you could take almost any toy and just sit down with it and play. It's really good. I have a very cool, on another note, I'm actually looking. I think I found room in there. I'm going to have to clear out that glass cabinet over there, because I've got a really cool model set coming in. And I sent an original Forgotten Prisoner set. I thought I sent the remake. And I was like, shit, but that's okay. It is original. But the Forgotten Prisoner play set, this, and one of these. And then the Ghost of Castle Mari, which was made by, I think it was Monarch Models. And then there was a resin set to bind them together. And I just sent that off to a guy named Neil Mora in the Parts Pit, which is a great Facebook modeling group. If you haven't been in there, they really good guys. They all help each other and so on. And he just finished putting it together for me. It's getting shipped back. I just paid him for it. Then we're going to display that, and then I've got a few others. And Dr. Durant, Rich, I told him, he said, if you're interested, reach out to him. He definitely could discuss things with you about getting things done. But I have all these model kits that I'm not going to have them all built, but some of them I'd really love to have built to display. These are some of my favorites. Actually, this is one of the hardest ones to get of these, the gigantic wasp. The reason with this it's so expensive is they never remade the mold, so the other three they did, they released them as fun dimensions, if you will, but that wasp they didn't. I mean, people were selling that for $400. I'm like, that's crazy. Fortunately, I didn't have to pay that. But I do have some resin models in here as well that I'd love to get done, things that I've been collecting and hoping to get done at some point. I know usually in the groups, people hate the Luminator sets. I gotta tell you, they are kind of but when you put them with the black light, they're really, really cool. They're kind of the neon sets, if you will. But waiting to get all that stuff done, and we'll see. There's a few more models down there, all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch a kid come in here who, at his age, I would have been batshit crazy to be in here. Like, oh my God, look at all these toys and stuff. And this guy's like, oh, it's really cool. Do you got any video games? You know, that kind of shit. So anyway, that's kind of that. So we're going to get back to putting some more models in there. That's going to be fun. Lots of good stuff going on. And, oh yeah, actually, I forgot to show you that. I picked that up, which was pretty cool. So that's actually painted. Somebody, not famous, but somebody apparently known in some modeling group was like, oh, it was painted by this guy before he passed away. I'm like, all right, I'll buy it. What the hell? So, yeah. Yeah, I'll just take that, if you will. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. And when I finally made enough space in here, now I'm at a point where I am out of space again. So these chairs got to go. I need to get some shelves. I'm actually probably going to get at least one bookshelf. I don't want to have them over about 3.5 feet high because I want to make sure they go under the chair rail over there, and they're below the models, if you, or the the posters, if you will, of the monster posters. And then these chairs will be gone. We'll put them in there, and then we'll be able to play some stuff and put out all the comics that these guys have collected and some of these are bought and some of these guys have sent to me, which is very, very nice. So there you have it. There you have it. There it is. A little Superman. Excellent Color Forms Adventure set. Awesome King Kong figure. Love King Kong. I just think King Kong and Godzilla were just my top two monsters, and then eventually became Creature from the Black Lagoon, which incidentally was on the other night on Christmas. I think it was on the Universal Monsters channel. I think it was Christmas. They were showing Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Creature Walks Among Us, all that stuff, which was pretty neat. It's always fun to go back and watch those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out Dr. Durant's video. And while he's doing his videos, feel free to call in. He loves live call-ins. Yes. Yes, call in. Ask him how's the weather. What did he have for dinner? And other kinds of interesting questions. All right, everyone, have a good evening. Thanks.